Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Bismo Show number 3, where we talk all things Star Wars and nerdy out there and just kind of nerd out with you all. In tonight's show, what we've got on our agenda is, well, there was some crazy Acolyte news that came out, so we're going to be taking a look at that, maybe a few articles here and there, and just kind of discussing. I mentioned a release date. Along with that, we're going to be discussing, because this question, I think I brought it up before, but we don't see Guriel ZEB in the Ahsoka trailer. And I'm kind of confused by that because we see him in Mando Season 3. So I kind of want to hear some of your guys' thoughts and give my thoughts of what might be going on there. And then at the end of the stream, we're going to be having a Thrawn quiz on the Thrawn Book 1 canon book right here. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Ooh, we've also got a special announcement that I'm super excited to have, and we'll do that somewhere around the midpoint of the stream. Just a reminder, the Bismo Show is a weekly show where we, of course, talk Star Wars and other things nerdy every Thursday at 8 p.m. CST. What you guys could do to really help out the stream right now is make sure to drop a like, even if you're checking in on the VOD. I know there's a lot of VOD listeners out there. And the fun part about doing a live stream podcast is days today where we don't have guests in, we can interact with chat more. So that's why the quiz is going to be fun. I want to see some of your guys' answers. It will be book specific, but also if you watch Star Wars Rebels. But I just want to do it so that we can kind of review for Ahsoka coming up. Because, I mean, Thrawn's obviously the main villain, and we got him as the background for tonight's show as well. But yeah, who's all up in the chat right now? Let's see here. We got Olivia Roll, our moderator. We got Icy Stormy. Take a break, mate. What's up, dude? Take a break, mate. You are a beast, a bizbro as well. Kiri, and what's up, Nate Kirk? And what's up, Helios? How's it going, everyone? Yeah, make sure to drop a like before we get into this. But yeah, I think got about 10 questions. They start off easy. I think they, get a little bit harder, but it'll be a good review for Thrawn and all that. What's up, J27? What's up, Stay on Target? We had a great show the other night on their channel, so make sure to go check that out on Stay on Target live show every Wednesday. But yeah, Let's begin. So, first things first, Acolyte news. Some of you may have seen this, but we've got a release date for the Acolyte, our supposed release date. And this came from, I believe, Star Wars Direct or Bespin, somewhat reliable sources, and the release date makes kind of sense. But it's reporting that April to June 2024 window, somewhere between April and June 2024. So honestly, my first hint or my guess would be that this is going to be a May the 4th celebrations release. I mean, that would make a lot of sense. But yeah, that's exciting news. And beyond that, some articles kind of came out today with some of the, I think, an actor that was in there. So actually, we're gonna pull that up right now. We're gonna change it up a little bit, and we're gonna go through an article to kind of keep up to date. All right, so the Acolyte Manny Jacinto compares new Star Wars series to the Phantom Menace. Okay, right now I saw this was exciting, and it says the Acolyte is set to take viewers to a different corner of the Star Wars galaxy when it premieres on Disney Plus. But something that about the upcoming series will feel very familiar. According to one of its cast members during an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Manny Jacinto stated that fans likes fights from the Phantom Menace, and if you watch the first show, you got to know that's where I started with Star Wars. They'll like what they see in next year's prequel. According to Jacinto, the fight sequences in Acolyte will be more physical than the encounters in recent projects from the franchise. Wow. So, okay. Here's what Jacinto said regarding what can be expected from the fight's upcoming show. If you love that sequence with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, I think you're going to enjoy the show. And that is just one of the best sequences. Nate Gillard, coordinating one of those early stunts. And if that's what the fights are going to be like in the Acolyte, I'm getting pumped. What do you guys think? What's up, Fairy Electra? Also, I want to say Fairy Electra sent into our email, which is bizmoshow@gmail.com, and she came up with the idea for us to go over books in this kind of format as kind of review, and I decided on Thrawn. So if you want to add to the show, whatever it may be, our email is bizmoshow@gmail.com, and that's also there for collaborations and partnerships as well. Can't wait for the Ahsoka show, of course, yes. Comparing to the Duel of Fates, like, are you kidding me? Let's go. Yeah, Olivia Roll showing some confidence in this Thrawn quiz. Call her the Ascendancy. They don't call for nothing. Yes. Well, let's continue with this article, though. Another difference that will make the Acolyte stand up from the rest of the Star Wars television series will be the lack of blasters. And this, I saw this, and this is due to kind of the era that's in the High Republic. It's going to be more close combat. So Dan Keene explained how they're not using pistols. I wonder if there will be any pistols. There got to be some blasters in Star Wars, no matter what era. But he says, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'll just say it. There's a lack of guns, which personally, as someone who loves fighting and stunts and stuff, I love because it gives you that body-to-body choreography, that dance feeling. It actually looks like a real fight as opposed to just a point and shoot, which kind of is an easy comp out in a way. We get a lot of body-to-bodies. I'm excited because one thing for me, like, I'm not gonna sit here and hate on something, but the sequels for me compared to like say the prequels, I just don't think that their lightsaber stunts were as good as the prequel trilogy, and I'd love to have more of those high level, high technical lightsaber fights. So if that's what we're gonna be getting in the Acolyte with the peak Jedi as well, that would be super exciting. I'm just a little concerned, though. Are these Sith? Are these Dark Jedi? I mean, either way, it should work, but it should post for some good action, even if canon isn't necessarily taken into account. Apparently, Icy Stormy is the master of Kirsten Allen, I've noticed as well. Her theory. Yeah, the show does seem super interesting. Yeah, Acolyte will deal with the mystery that will define the future of the galaxy. Yep. Yeah, and the protagonists... Wait. They give up a lot here. Hold up. Amandla Stenberg is set to portray a young woman who parted away with the Jedi Order. Okay, so this has got to be Dark Jedi, but when unexplainable murders start taking place around the galaxy far, far away, the protagonist of the series will be approached by her old teacher in order to discover the truth. Even if the character's audiences are used to won't be making an appearance in the show, the galaxy will be as dangerous as always, as a larger conspiracy lurks in the shadow. A larger conspiracy lurks in the shadows. Now, obviously, You know who I hope that is. And we talked about this last week. If you haven't seen last week's show with Dustin from Stand Target, we talked a bit about Darth Plagueis. And I like how they say dangerously is a larger conspiracy lurking in the shadows, because this would be around that time those Banite Sith are lurking in the shadows, trying to build to be able to then take over the Republic, have Palpatine have the resources to become Chancellor and eventually the Emperor per se. Helios says the prequel lightsaber choreography was much better compared to the sequel trilogy. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. We need to get back to more of that. Can't wait to see the swordplay now. One of the main things that got me back into Star Wars, I started learning. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Darth Tenebrous as well. You make a good point, Icy. Yeah, the fun part about streams like tonight, where we have some things to discuss, but when we have guests on, I want to be able to, it's a podcast style. We're going to be interviewing and we'll be talking kind of back and forth. So we will, we don't talk to chat as much, but for nights like tonight, it's easier for me to kind of interact with you guys. So yeah, I'll be a little bit more chat orientated tonight. Then Whitwer set the bar really high. Yeah, he definitely did. When he comes on screen and wait, no, Sam Witwer is the voice. Was he the voice also in the Phantom Menace though? Wait, I think I'm trolling. He is the stunt for Maul. Yeah, no, he's definitely the stunt man for Maul. But yeah, so we're gonna be getting high level lightsaber fights similar to the Yeah, Ray Park. That's who I thought. Yeah, Ray Park is the stuntman. Sam Witwer is the voice of Maul in the Clone Wars. But regardless, we're going to be getting some intense lightsaber fighting, which, a lot of these shows we haven't really been seeing that, which is fine. Mandalorian, it's not Jedi focused, and Andor, Boba Fett, we see some lightsabers in that, but I feel like there's been a little lack, and I wouldn't mind to get some nice lightsaber fights in there. And it seems like there'll be Dark Jedi that they're focused on, which I mean, hopefully they don't mess that whole canon up. Like we kind of talked about, the Sith don't reveal themselves fully. So if we do see Sith in the show and they do encounter, they will have to win a fight for sure. Yeah. Well, any other thoughts on the Acolyte before we talk about ZEB and him not being in the Ahsoka trailer, and what our thoughts, or my thoughts, and then your guys' thoughts are on what's going to be going on there? Wonder what forms they'll use. Yeah, that's a really good question. I feel like because there's going to be less blasters, we're going to see more people use, I forget, is this form 2? Form 2, I don't know exactly which one Dooku uses, but Dooku uses the form that's specific for lightsaber to lightsaber combat. I feel like we'll see a lot more of that compared to Sorsu, which is Obi-Wan Kenobi's the defensive stance, but Sorsu is used because there's a lot of blaster fire in the prequel era. So they're not as used to, fighting Sith and all that from the Jedi of old in the Old Republic, where that was the most common, kind of enemy, and you needed to be prepared for lightsaber combat. That just was not as common during the prequel era. So being that they're saying there's not as much blasters during what we're seeing here, I think we'll see a lot more of those lightsaber focused fighting styles, which I believe is Form 2, Form 7. I could be wrong. Makashi Form 2. Yes, Makashi Form 2. That's what I thought was Dooku's form. What about Darth Tenebrous? Well, Darth Tenebrous, for you guys and gals that don't know, Darth Tenebrous is the master to Darth Plagueis. And being that this show takes place 200 years before the prequel trilogy, it would make probably more sense from a timeline that we would see Tenebrous and potentially Tenebrous as master. But these species are not human, so they could live longer if need be. All right. Let's transition the discussion to ZEB, though, because I really do want to get into this. I mean, we get a teaser trailer and we get an official trailer, and we've got everyone from Ghost Crew. Well, Rip Kanan, but we've got Hera. We see Ezra on a hologram, and that's obviously a question in itself. When are we going to see Ezra actually on live action? But there's Sabine, Ren, and I mean, obviously, Ahsoka, and even Chopper. But where is Zeb? Where is Zeb? I mean, we know where he is if this is happening during Mando Season 3. he's with that New Republic fleet, but what caused him to kind of like go away and do his own thing? And is he going to be stuck doing that whole time, or is Hera and them going to recruit them? Because I mean, if you're going to throw him into Mandalorian season 3, even though we already have the Ahsoka show, I don't know why they would do that personally. If maybe that's their explanation for him not being in the show, which I hope not. I hope Zeb is in the show, but if they're not going to show him in the trailer, my theory I have is they're hoping for a surprise element when we do see Zeb, but we have already seen Zeb in Mandalorian season 3, so that worries me in that they've done that to give us that Zeb factor and knowing where he is. And what if they don't put him in because they've already given him to us and he's doing his own thing? I feel like he would want to help find Ezra. You're still learning the Sith Master names. Oh, there's a lot of them. I mean, the Bainite Sith were 1,000 years. That's a lot of generations of Sith. Yes. Checking chat here. Chopper, the menace to the Empire. Yeah, I saw. I'm currently rewatching Rebels, which I've said this pretty much every time I'm on making a video, recording for y'all, trying to do the best I can. And another reminder, drop a like if you haven't already. Come on. You know, I'm putting myself out there for you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in, but it takes only 2 seconds. Okay. No more like asking for 10 minutes now, at least. Okay, 15 minutes. But yeah, no, I'm rewatching Rebels, and I just saw the episode where they're in the sewer, and you know, there's a little Ezra Bean there, where Sabine kind of plays with Ezra a little bit and says, you know, you kind of smell like this sewer, or the sewer smells like you in a roundabout way. But I just saw Chopper, and he zaps an Imperial droid at the top of the sewer and then knocks him down. That he is an absolute menace, just a complete and utter absolute menace. J27, Zeb will be in Ahsoka. If not, then why would he be in the Mandalorian? That's kind of my roundabout theory, is that I hope he is, and I would expect Zeb. I do expect Zeb to be in it. However, why would he not be in the trailer if he's not a big part of it, since we've already been given him? It's almost as if, okay, they don't show him to us because they want it to be a surprise, but it's not exactly a surprise if we've already seen him in Mandalorian Season 3. That's the problem I have with this whole situation, and why I've decided to make it one of the key points of today's stream. Do you guys get the perspective I'm at? Are you guys worried at all? Because I'm starting to get a little bit worried. Maybe I'm overthinking it. We'll have to see. Fairy Electra says, good. Learning about your master, your enemy at Olivia Roll. The dark side of the Force can be very powerful and influential in swaying the minds of others. Yeah, and the Zeb CGI was great. I just gotta say that. Dan says, I hope we get Garazeb too. Maybe Callus, even though since those two are kind of connected now. Okay, yeah. No, I mean, I think, yeah, maybe they'll show up kind of together, per se, both him and Agent Callus, or former Agent Callus. But again, my concern, though, is why show him off in Mando Season 3? I mean, maybe I guess in a way, it could just be, I'm probably overthinking this a little bit, but they do mention Thrawn in Mando Season 3, so it makes sense to tie in some characters in there just to get us thinking that way, to some sense. Also, appreciate the likes. Maybe the Chi wasn't ready for the trailer. The CGI, maybe the CGI wasn't ready for it. That's true, because that CGI did look extremely expensive, and if there's a lot more scenes rather than just kind of at an outpost bar where he's just kind of hanging out, more intense scenes, because the Zeb we know and love is a menace. He likes to throw them fists. So there'll probably be a lot more fighting scenes with him. So they're probably, and they could be finishing those touches up still even now, to get those last kind of touches in there. Yeah, just a reminder, towards the end of the show, we'll be having a quiz on the canon Star Wars Thrawn book. So, and you can get some of the questions for sure off Rebels. They're fair questions. I mean, I wrote them, so obviously they're fair from my perspective. Yeah, just a little more chat orientated tonight, being that this week we're going it solo, and this is a solo show per se. But let me just say we have guests in the works, and yeah, there may or may not be a special announcement in this stream. Well, there's gonna be a special announcement, but we'll see what that ends up being. Yeah, what's up, Dan? Maybe Zeb will be an important role. Yeah, I mean, I would think he would be an important role in finding Ezra, but maybe he's not an important role till like episode 3 or 4. Because is the trailer just episodes like 1 and 2? Like, what do you guys think? I want to see in the chat, like numbers wise, how many episodes from the trailer were like pulling from for the trailer? Was it just the first 2? You guys think it's 3? Like, I mean, it's up to 8, maximum 8, so hopefully not 8. But yeah, not alone on that. Take a break. Take a break, mate. Bizbro of the channel. And just by the way, Bizbro is $3.99 a month to support the channel. And I will say I gave kind of an insider scoop of all the projects I'm making to members. And I do have plans to make, more like members videos, exclusive members streams, but it's just more of a way to like, if you have the means to support the channel, but I'm not asking, but once again, I am asking for your financial support. If you get the meme, no, but, okay, let's look at some of these, let's look at these. Long time no see. Yeah, no, it's been a while, Dan. It's been a long time. Fairy Lecture says 2. And that's kind of what I hope. Helios says 3. The Brickster says hopefully 2, max of 4. And this is, again, how many episodes were in the trailer. Like, pieces of the episodes were taken from the trailer. Stay on Target says 2. Icy's first 2 or 3 or even 4, like my Sith Apprentice said. Did Kirsten say that? So probably 1 in the beginning, 1 at the rising action, 1 at the climax of the plot. So that's 3. 1 and 2. I'm gonna go with 3, 2. So I haven't seen many more than like 4. I've seen a couple with 4, but there was a lot in there. I mean, we see 2 separate lightsaber fights between Sabine Wren and Shin Hati in that trailer. So I would think that doesn't happen in the same episode, especially considering that they have different hair lengths. So I would think that, I think that that'd probably be a different episode, unless that's just one crazy action-packed episode. I mean, we see the Purgles. Personally, I hope it. If I'm a hopeful man, I hope it's just 1. What if that's all 1 episode? But realistically, I think it's 2. But even it could be parts of 3. I want to say probably parts of 3, because seeing Thrawn in his ship, I feel like that can't be one of the first 2 episodes. What's up, Porgster? How's it going? Yeah, as long as the trailers didn't spoil anything huge, I'm cool with it. Yeah. If I know Dave Filoni, I mean, I know a lot of you know Dave Filoni. He doesn't like to put much in the trailers. He doesn't like to give away much of anything. And so the crazy trailer that we got was surprising as is. I know that he must have cooked up a lot of juicy food. A nice medium rare steak. Which, by the way, a little off target here. Oh my. I stole a slogan. I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry I stay on target, but from being on the show last night for 3 hours, okay, well, what I was going to say is a lot of these memes I'm saying, I'm so sorry. A lot of these memes I've been seeing of people, what I want to know is, how do you like your steak, though? Because I'll scroll past a lot of like cooked steaks that look perfectly cooked, a perfect medium rare, and the top comment will be, "It's still mooing," or "That is raw." And I'm like, you need to stick to your chicken nuggets, because you best not serve me a steak well done. There best be a little bit of pink. I mean, come on. Do you know flavor? All right, I won't judge too hard, just a little bit. But how do you want your steak? Most definitely an on target, man. I mean, I've done 2 shows with you guys. But yeah, like I said, if you haven't checked out the show from yesterday, it was a lot of fun on Stay on Target's channel. They're in the chat, but I mean, if you just look up Stay on Target, come on. What's up, Sonia Pantoja. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the other. I'm just gonna call you Sonia. Hi Bismo, it's me, Sonia. Piscala Patona. Okay, why did I say it? Sonia? Good evening. I'm in Lake Elsinore in the Riverside, hanging out with my aunt and my uncle and my cousins for the weekend. That sounds like an awesome weekend. I hope you have a ton of fun just out there in nature. Honestly, I don't know exactly where it is, but it sounds pleasant, like in a good time for family. So, heck yeah. Wait, it's buffering. Is my interconnection or looks like we're good on my end, but do let me know in the chat if the stream is good. Is the audio good? Are we buffering at all? I have another theory regarding the Merrick Inquisitor guy. What's your theory, Icy? Also, like I said, make sure to, if you have suggestions for the show or just general topics you want us to cover, just ideas for it, bismoshow@gmail.com. Send an email. Send it square. All right, so let's see some of these steaks. Helio says medium rare. Anything else is a travesty. Take a break. Steak is best with as much blood as legally possible. Well, it's not blood, it's vital globin. But a lot of the people that comment seem to think the juice that come out of steak is blood. But when meat is butchered, that blood is drained out there. So I'm just going to say that now. Olivia Roll, which our moderator for tonight's stream, is well, probably for more than tonight's stream. I like medium rare. Good old medium rare sirloin hits different with some garlic butter. Oh, the garlic butter is... It's the finishing touch. It's so nice. I gotta say, I am kind of a steak connoisseur. Shout out to my friend Aiden to first showing me how to get her done on a cast iron. I like me a good fatty ribeye with some garlic, thyme, and butter basted in there at the end. But yeah, let's get back on. Let's get back to what we were. Back to business. Let's get back to business, baby. Okay, there we go. I got my slogan for getting us back under control. We're back in business, you know. You saw what I'd done there. Okay. I'm cringing now. Okay. Well, now I want steak. Thanks. You know, maybe one day I'll cook you one up. No promises, but yeah. Okay, let's read this theory Icy Stormy has. The thing is on here. My theory is that Merrick might possibly be the eighth brother, since I noticed that his helmet looks similar to the eighth brother. Now, of course, I'm not counting on this, but it's just my theory. Eighth brother. I'm gonna look up a picture of him right now. I'll actually pull it up. Eighth brother Inquisitor. I'll pull it up for you guys. First. Oh, yeah, I gotta say, this was. Did the eighth brother make it through Rebels? Because I don't even know. I thought he got greased. Did he escape? Because the eighth brother looks quite familiar to that of Merrick. Quite familiar. Did anybody like? I'm only on the end of season 1 of my Rebels rewatch, but if this eighth brother is still alive, is he still alive? Because this would be, you know, probable, and it looks like there's some theories on that as well. We never did see a body. Back to business. Love it. Heck yeah. On the spot. Steaks, Mo, says the Brickster. Yeah, no, it's a good theory, I see. But that's what I got. I'm not caught up to my caught up on my rewatch words here. And you know, the eighth brother fell from quite a large height. But I mean, it's like Star Wars. Yeah, the thing is, did he still have his lightsaber? Because they got that like spinny, like helicopter lightsaber craft that they can do. Yeah, can't go wrong with a good steak though. Dustin could do a good 15 minutes on that topic. We'll definitely have to have Dustin back on, and we'll just talk just food for the whole stream. Never did see the body. Yeah, so apparently he fell, and I do think I vaguely remember. And the eighth brother, is the eighth brother the same one from Kenobi as well? Right? His lightsaber was broken when he fell? Well, But he still is a Force user, so I wouldn't rule it out. If there's no body, I wouldn't put it past Filoni. Like, he didn't actually actively kill someone on screen. Maybe he had bigger plans for him. And what's... Oh, never mind. I was going to say we could think about the time frame for Kenobi, but it's not as relevant because I think Rebels either around the same time or Kenobi... Someone fact check me. When is Kenobi compared... The Kenobi show take place compared to... no, I'll look it up quick. See if someone could beat me though. Kenobi show BBY. Let's see this. 9 BBY. Rebels BBY. Okay, Kenobi happens first. No body, no crime. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, we're getting to that time where we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to get back with a big announcement and then the Thrawn quiz / review, and we'll just kind of hang out in the chat for the rest of it. But we will be right back. All right, and we are back from our break. You guys like that little dancing Yoda? I'll get some music for it eventually. You know, it's still a work in progress, but I think we did confirm while I was on break there, or at least I did, looking at chat and just in general, that Kenobi is before Rebels, which doesn't have or that confirms that, or that doesn't confirm anything, but it does confirm the fact that we don't know if the eighth brother is alive or dead. So that very well could be the eighth brother. I mean, it looks like him, but the thing is, if we've already seen him in live action, that doesn't really look like him in live action. So that's what my thoughts are. So now it's like I lean more with Justin's Ezra theory. But yeah, let's get into, we're about to start our quiz, but before that, I've got a big announcement for next week's show. Super excited to announce that we're going to be having our second ever guest next week. Many of you have probably seen this talented creator's YouTube channel and some of their videos, some of their theories. They make some great Star Wars what ifs and Star Wars theories. But yeah, without further ado, here is the image. Bom, bom, bom. Introducing Bismo, featuring Pen Patrol Star Wars next week. And here are the details. The Bismo Show number 4, which is August 3rd, 8 p.m. Central Time. Make sure to mark your calendars. We'll be interviewing Pen Patrol Star Wars, the one and only, and just kind of nerding out with him. And make sure to go, I would say many of you know who Pen Patrol Star Wars is, but make some really fun theories. And he is a grinder. Let me just say that. But yeah, super excited to announce that. Our second guest will be Pen Patrol Star Wars next week at the same time as always. But yeah, super pumped to announce that. And super excited for next week's show. Okay, let's get back to business. Business, baby. Yeah, super pumped for that. Make sure to mark your calendars. But seems like there's a good amount of discussion too. The dancing Yoda is amazing. Love the Yoda. Heck yeah. Well, what I would want to add is the seagulls. Stop it now. Like just the beat in the back. I gotta be careful here. I don't want to get too much because I'll get a copyright strike. But yeah, wouldn't that be funny? What if I just put like a tiny bit and looped like 3 seconds, like the like, I think fair game is like 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. Like, what if I looped that for that break screen? What do you guys think? Should I risk it? I could probably try it to see if it would get copyrighted. But I think that would be fun with it. We haven't seen the 8th brother in live action. Is that not the 8th brother in Kenobi? Isn't the 8th brother in Kenobi? No? I think that's someone else. Who are the Inquisitors in Kenobi? Else? Fifth brother. Oh, that's the 5th brother. Okay, we're trolling. The only reason I said that is somebody misplaced an image when I was up there looking at what we were just looking, so it's not my fault. I don't think Thrawn would know Ezra out to fight like that. I think he might keep close and have him learn battle meditation from some items stolen from Palps. Interesting. Ooh, Pen Patrol Star Wars? Heck yeah. No, I'm super pumped to get to know him with y'all a bit more. It'll be fun stream. For sure. Heck yeah. The sequel stopping now is amazing. Do it indeed. The only one I still remember from this Inquisitor was the second sister from Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, it was the 4th sister, I believe, and the 5th brother that were in the Kenobi show. And obviously the Grand Inquisitor, but I don't know, it's kind of hard to did he look like the Grand Inquisitor? I don't know about that. All right, everyone. We're going to be starting the Thrawn Book 1, Star Wars Canon Thrawn Book 1 quiz. So how's it going to work? Basically, is I will give you guys the question, and then I'll give it about 30 or so seconds. And you're going to have to just be honest, honor system, keep track of your own score. And no cheating at chat, okay? Type it in chat, but don't look at others. So this might be kind of hard, maybe look away as you type, or like just look at what you're typing and hit enter. And then we'll discuss it a bit in between each one. But this is, kind of review. Some of them are more simple, but general review. There's 9 questions and a bonus, so 10 questions. Yeah. He did not look like the Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, Grand Inquisitor and Kenobi did not look like the Grand Inquisitor at all. So, yeah, we're going to start now with our first question, and that is, what is Thrawn's full given chiss name? Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, that actually probably could get us a copyright strike. And honestly, that first question, as far as spelling goes, if anyone gets that spelling with no looking up, I will be super impressed. But let's start to I'm gonna start looking at some answers here. I'm gonna give a 10-second warning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, I see the first person that got in the chat was Olivia Roll, and she pumped that out quick. And the spelling is, I think, completely right. Maybe one letter missing, or I wrote it down wrong, but it's Mithranurudo. I believe that's how you say it. Mithranurudo. So about what Olivia has typed, I mean, you can look it up. Yeah, the Brickster also got it. Helios says, I've got no idea. Bug Drum's very close. I don't know, I'm being honest. No clue at this point. Mithranurudo. What's up, Film 812 Studios? So it seems like a little under half, maybe like 40% of us got it. That's pretty good because it's pretty. But yeah, Olivia was quick on that one. Who names their child that? That's common just name. I believe he used to be. Fun fact: he used to be Mithranur without the Uodo, and he got that last part after he did something like valiantly for the Chiss, and he like means guardian. Those last 4. But yeah, okay, we're on to question 2. I think this one, well, we'll see. Let's see the difficulty level. But who serves as Thrawn's translator and closest friend? Do, 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 do. Okay, I'm not going to do that each one. But give some time here, think amongst yourselves and get it down there, and don't look at the chat. Try to type without looking at the chat. Be honest, or if you just didn't know, that's okay too, but honesty is what matters here. All right, gonna give it 10 seconds, and we're gonna go over here, but the answer would be Eli Vanto, and Olivia got that one down quick. So quick she spelled it incorrectly. Nice job, Brickster, Bug Drums, Kirsten Allen, Fairy Electra. Helios says he's 0 for 2. Hey, it's okay. At least you're honest. And those one thanks to Olivia. Okay, Fairy Electra. Oh gosh. No, look at that chat. No cheating. No cheating. Gosh. Okay. I will say some of these, like, I would rank that one as not super difficult if you've read the book, right? Like you would have to read the book to know that character, but that's another thing. I want to see Eli Vanto. We don't see him in the trailer. We do see Pelion at some point, but are we going to see Eli Vanto? Because there's that Vanto. I always troll on pronouncing, but I really like Eli Vanto. He's not only his translator and closest friend, he's a good battle commander himself and has his own tacticians, and I mean he gets promoted all the way up to commander if I'm not mistaken, or towards the book. But moving on, I hope to see him in Ahsoka at any point. Moving on to question number 3, and this is early on in the book, after Thrawn is first discovered by the Imperials. Who does he meet with on Coruscant? We'll give this one about 30 seconds. I know there's a little bit of input delay, but then you guys also see the input, so 30 seconds. That's our standard here. That would be our standard. All right, about 10 seconds. Get your answers in. One last repeat if you get it last second. But early on in the book, after Thrawn is first discovered by Imperials, who does he meet with on Coruscant? All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh, but we got a couple last minute bug drums and Brixer, Sidious and Palps. Those are both acceptable answers. He meets with the Emperor at the Imperial Palace. They get to Coruscant, they immediately go to the Imperial Palace, and he meets with the Emperor to have a discussion. That's kind of the whole beginning part of the book. Honestly, I'm surprised. Though it kind of looks like a lot of people, if Olivia doesn't have the answer, a lot of you guys and gals gave up. So now I don't know the validity. You got it, Helios? Helios is on the board. But yeah, nice work. Bug drums and the Brickster. Eli is a great way for us to relate to Thrawn's story. Yeah, I really like his perspective, Eli Avantos, and that's one of my favorite parts of that trilogy is Mento. Yeah, let's move on to question 4. If you didn't get it, it's okay. You know, if somebody gave me all of these questions, like I didn't write them, but they're the same questions, I don't think I'd be getting them all. I mean, if you saw Stan Target's live show yesterday, I think I got about 50% right. You know, but that's the whole fun of this. We get to learn, and it's the review before Ahsoka. You know, got some 2 for 3s, 1 for 3s. That's okay though. You know, that's okay. All right, we're moving on now. We're moving on to question number 4. Now, in the throne room, when Thrawn is talking with the Emperor is kind of struggling to trust him. So, which servant of the Emperor does Thrawn claim will vouch for him to be useful to the Empire and the Emperor himself? So, which servant does Thrawn say, which one does he name that will vouch for him, his validity, that he won't wrong the Empire and he will be useful? Who does he name? All right, give it about 15 more seconds. All right, well, it seems that mob mentality took place here. Now, I see a lot of Vaders in the chat, but while that is the same person per se, he names Anakin Skywalker. The only I would only take Anakin Skywalker for this because in the second book, and we'll be talking about this second book maybe next week or the week after. I want to review all these books, all the first 3 canon ones. But he names Anakin Skywalker because during the Clone Wars they ran into each other and had a little incursion, and we explore that a little bit in book 2. But he wouldn't know who Vader is because that's the only ever time he saw him. So I mean, props, but I'm seeing a lot of mob mentality in here. You guys see somebody says Vader. I mean, I'm not pointing fingers. I mean, we all could have said that. I mean, I would give like half credit for this one. That's what we'll half credit, but he only said Anakin Skywalker. There was no Vader mention. It's hard for me to give half on that one. I mean, they are the same person, but it's because Thrawn only says Anakin Skywalker because he hasn't been there for like 20 to 30 years. So he doesn't even know who Vader is. Yeah, but the question was, who does he name? Who does he name? I mean, half credit. We're moving on. It's who does he name? He named Anakin Skywalker. All right, question number 5. And then, okay, half credit. This person was, I mean, I got half credit yesterday for a pretty poor answer on a trivia, so I'll give you guys a bone. There's my bone. No more half credit unless it's applicable. This person, but you get it there. This person was helped by Thrawn. And so this person, okay, let me rephrase it. This person, Thrawn, helped kind of in the beginning of the book, with somewhere in the beginning of the book. But the real piece of knowledge here, this will be your clue, is this person later becomes Thrawn's political advisor. So who plays the political advisor role, specifically in book 1, but I mean, that's going to be, and I will say, as another hint, this character is mentioned and seen in Rebels. All right, we're going to give it 20 more seconds here. Political advisor. All hail the generous Bismo. This was okay. It's been about 20 seconds now. Okay. The answer is Governor Haranhada Price. It is Governor Price. And although different military people helped him, there was a specific part in the book, and this is why I remember it so well, and why I wanted to include it in here, other than we see Price in Rebels. Nice job, the Brickster, by the way. And Yularen is a good guess. I think there's instances of Yularen does help, but the reason why the answer is Price is because she specifically mentions to Thrawn that he doesn't really understand, being that he's from the unknown regions, and it's just he doesn't understand the inner workings of the Empire, the technicalities, the politics. He's a good tactician, but he's not a good politician person. So in exchange for kind of being the good of one of the most intelligent people, Thrawn, Price offers to be his political advisor, because although Thrawn is smart, he's not political smart. He's not like street smart per se in the Empire itself. Yes, it is Price. And we do mention, I mean, I believe we see her in Rebels. For sure, I've heard her name. I'm just going off of what I'm currently at. I'm almost done with season 1. I've certainly heard of Governor Price, which I believe is the governor of Lothal, as well. But yeah, looks like some people got a Brickster. I was gonna say Pelion. That's not a bad idea. I mean, he's an advisor to some extent, but Pelion doesn't show up in this one. Name on the tip of my tongue. Well, it's not a his, but good try. Governor Price, close enough. Yes, 1 in 5, not bad. 2.55. Y'all need to reread book 1. I read it like 8 months ago. I'm also a bit of re-education myself. Yeah, it's been a couple of years for me. I certainly, like I said, I would have, of the ones on here, I would have gotten maybe half. Maybe. That's pushing it without, you know, like studying and putting this together. I make the rules per se, but I feel like these are good overall questions. All right, this one you can certainly get from Rebels. So question number 6, and actually we're halfway, so I want to see everyone's scores in the chat, or let's go through some. So we got 1 out of 5, 2.5, 2.5. Is 2.5 our highest score right now? Did I make it too hard? Come on, guys, come on. I think that the next 2. I think somebody's going to get these next one. 0.5. 4.5. Brickster is at 4.5. Bugdrums is at 4. Nice. But nice, I mean, just nice job, everyone. And again, it doesn't matter. Like yesterday, on stream, I didn't do too well. It's hard on the spot. Like, I made this quiz. So, maybe it's hard to judge how hard it actually is, because I already know all the answers. Because it's on my paper. I mean, heck, if after making this, if I hid the answers, I might not even know. But okay, we'll get in the second half here. So question number 6, and I think that a lot of you, even if you haven't seen or haven't read the book, you'll be able to get this one. But what does Thrawn traditionally study when preparing for a battle or investigation of like an enemy? Like what? I gotta be careful because I don't want to give it away, but what does Thrawn study typically from a culture? And we're gonna go 10 seconds on this one because y'all are killing it in the chat. Everyone gets points. It's art. That's just one of those really fascinating aspects of Thrawn. Just his ability to look at culture's art and kind of pick apart a society to be able to do that. Art, philosophy, and history. Got that before I even finished asking. Yeah, y'all were speedy on that one. Yeah, no, yeah. I think the Brickster has the best answer. But yeah, no, art was the acceptable. But yeah, nice job, everyone. I think everyone got that one. That one's a fun one. All right. Moving on to question number 7. When Thrawn was promoted to Commodore Thrawn by Grand Moff Tarkin, what was the name of the Star Destroyer he was given to command? Name of his Star Destroyer. This is fun. Heck yeah. We'll be doing this with each of the 3 canon Thrawn books, and since I'm doing a Star Wars Rebels rewatch, I might do that for just Rebels in general for you guys. Like maybe in one of our last streams before. I think, ooh, yeah, that could be really fun. Because we may or may not have a special guest that on the last stream before Ahsoka premieres that might be lined up that is a big Rebels fan. That would be fun to do with. All right. It is Chimera. The Chimera. Chimera. Oh gosh. Pronunciation. Someone help me out. It's Chimera or Chimera? I'm pretty sure it's Chimera. Yeah, Chimera. Okay. The Chimera is the... It's tough when you read and then you hear... Like, I remember reading... Well, just in general, if you read something and then you hear it pronounced different than how you read it, it's hard to get it to stick. But it looks like a lot of y'all got that correct. How to remember how to smell it for a second. Yeah, you spelled it perfectly. You spelled it perfectly. Nice job, Olivia, Brickster, Kiri, Bugdrum. That's darn autocorrect. How does Chimera turn into linears? I don't know, Bugdrums. Chimera with a K. I mean, we didn't say, spelling, whatever. At least half credit. You can give yourself it if you actually came up with that, but nice. Special title for being Thrawn knowledge. It is getting late out there for some. And those of you watching, take a break, mate. What time is it for you right now? I mean, and those that are, watching outside of the stream, appreciate those watching the VOD. But all right, let's move on to question 8. And this one will be kind of a little bit of a longer answer. Well, it's a little bit of a hint, I guess, but you just have to get the general idea correct for me to give credit. So I'll look at each answer, and you that are listening to the VOD or the podcast, you'll have to kind of grade yourself on this one. But there's a general accepted answer. But at the end of the book, the end of the Thrawn canon book, what task does the newly promoted Grand Admiral Thrawn have for Commander Eli Vanto? What task does Thrawn have? End of the book, Eli Vanto. 3 a.m. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. You did sleep earlier? Okay. But still, shout out to Take a Break, mate. I mean, that's dedication. I really appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. It's fun just hanging out with Chad. When we don't have guests, it gives an opportunity to hang out with Chad a bit more. And I'm kind of learning along the way. This is only the 3rd show. Bigger and better things to come. Like next week, obviously, Pen Patrol Star Wars. That'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, all right, we're gonna start looking at answers here. The Brickster says to go work with the Chiss. That is an accepted answer. I'm going to read off for the podcast listeners. Basically, is what his task was. It was to go find the Chiss, and specifically Admiral Arolani, Admiral Arolani, the Chiss Admiral, because he was going to serve the Chiss. The Thrawns thought he had good. I'm not wording this well. He did go with the Chiss. We'll say that. He wanted Eli to go help out the Chiss. Okay, that's the answer. Art collection, that's a good one, but no. Go back to the Chiss and do something. Half credit. Thrawn sends Eli to go to Ascendancy so Eli can figure out what finding a 3rd site years after. I mean, that's not explained until a while, but okay. Olivia gets full marks. Brickster gets full marks. Bug drums. Well, I mean, no, you guys both get full marks. It works. Something about the chiss. Something about the chiss is half. I failed Thrawn classes, Helios. Oh no. Thrawnology, am I right? Take a break, mate. That is dedication staying up. Yeah, heck yeah. Really appreciate it. I mean, you're just a night prowler at that point, though. 4.5 at 8 for us, Christians. Yeah, that's very good. I would say if you're over 50%, that's good. We'll say passing score is just participate. Over 50% would be good. But again, I don't even know if I could get 50% if someone gave me all these questions, not knowing the answer. But we've only got 2 questions left. We've only got 2 questions left. Before we get to these 2 questions, I have a massive video releasing tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 Eastern. The big Revan video that I've been working on for basically 2 months now. It's fully complete, fully ready for you guys at 2 p.m. Central. It's been a while since I put this much work. It's been in the works for a while. Shout out to member Callisto for doing some of the research and kind of inspire me to, help out a bit with that. But I've put the finishing touches on my Revan video. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't want to spoil too much about it, but I will say there's 3 large chunks of the video. I think all of them are super interesting. I mean, obviously. But even if you get up on it like, oh, maybe this part isn't for me, there's 3 parts in there. So explore around a bit. Likes would be loved. Comments would be loved for the hard work. But yeah, no, I announced that. The Revan video tomorrow. Super pumped about that. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And I'll make sure to ping. But 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. It should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A good, deep lore video. Heck yeah. Appreciate it. Stay on target. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Well, we've got... Yeah, Star Wars is such a great story. Yeah, it's kind of a lore comparison. What if? That's how I'll describe it. Lore comparison. What if? Okay. Last 2 questions, or our 9th question, and then we'll get to our bonus question. And these ones, I think we've done most of the good review from the first book. We've kind of learned some of close people and Thrawn's, come up and kind of being promoted and all that. So these ones are going to be these 2 are going to be a little bit more kind of factual on how well do you kind of know it. But what was the first Imperial ship that Thrawn commanded? Which was the first ship in general that Thrawn was the commander for? Which was the first ship he... We will get 30 seconds here. So yeah. Yeah, and the bonus will be worth 2 points. Bonus question will be worth 2 points. Bonus will be worth 2 points. So it's out of 9, and the bonus question is worth up to 2 points. It's kind of just pulling a fact, but if we want to know Thrawn, we got to know his roots. Some of the earlier people, some of the important figures. What is the ship? All right, I'm gonna be given the answer. I don't think anyone got it. It is a light cruiser. So I'm gonna say 1/4 a point for saying a light cruiser. It is not the Starhawk. It is the Thunder Wasp. The Thunder Wasp, okay? And we're going to follow up so I can explain, but the Thunder Wasp is the light cruiser that it is. But I'm going to follow up question. The bonus question now, and this is worth up to 2 points, is who was the original commander of the Thunder Wasp that in a battle kind of got in trouble? Him and Thrawn kind of got in trouble for a battle that kind of took place with the Imperials. And this person put their career at stake because they saw the prodigy in Thrawn and how valuable he was. So he sacrificed his own career and took the fallout and the blame for what went wrong in a battle. And this is Commander who? This person was the original commander of the Thunder Wasp. All right. Gonna give 10 seconds here. Commander. Very, very close, Brickster. All right, I see somebody got it in the chat. I want to be honest though, Kiri, if you looked it up. The answer is Commander Alfred Chino. Alfred Chino. He was the original when basically what first happened when Thrawn was promoted to captain and Eli was promoted with him to, I think, lieutenant. Or he could have still been inside. Anyhow, when he was promoted to captain, he was made first officer to Commander Alfred Chino. Alfred Chino took the blame in an operation that kind of they didn't follow protocol. There's some kind of problems, and he sabotaged his own career to allow Thrawn to move up. So then Thrawn was promoted not far after and made the true commander of the Thunder Wasp, the first kind of ship we see. And we see there's a lot of fun adventures in that. Yes, Alfred. I saw an Alfred in there, and that was funny, but you remember that one? Well, you get 2 points, Kiri. You get 2 points. That was worth 2 points. So this was out of 9, and the bonus point was worth 2. So what are our final scores? What are our final scores? Nice job. Most impressive. Yeah. So I think overall it was a good review, and those last 2 questions were a little bit more harder, and maybe not as like, you could say don't matter as much, but we just want to get a general view of Thrawn and where he's come from and some of the important people. You know, you don't want to forget the people along the journey. Yeah, Commander Alfredo Fredicino. Oh, that's awesome. Nice one, Brickster. You get half a point for that, for making me laugh. All right, so it's out of 9, guys. Out of 9. It's out of 9. The bonus was actual worth bonus points, like bonus points itself. So 1.5 out of 9 for Take a Break, Mate. 2 out of 9 for Helios. 2.5 out of 9 for Fairy. Not bad, not bad. Again, I don't know. Lost tracker of 5 points. So that's my minimum, I guess. 5.5 out of 9, good. 7 out of 9, super good. 2 out of 9. 6.5 out of 9. Were you guys taking the exam together, Icy and Kiri? 6.5 out of 9. That's super good. I think our highest score, Bug Drum. What did you get? Because the Brickster got 7 out of 9, and I know they were getting a lot of them. That was super good. Olivia did really good. You guys all did good. These were not easy questions, but that's okay because we're just trying to review and have fun with it anyway. It's a competition, but not as much. It's more so a review, and I would get my butt kicked if I had to do this as well. The Sith duo did it together. 6.5, so I think our highest score is 7 out of 9. So not bad overall. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, guys. Yeah, so I don't know if we'll do this next week. I'll talk with Pen Patrol Stars, but I think that's going to be a little bit more kind of similar to last week, more interview style and kind of back and forth between me and Pen Patrol. It should be a lot of fun to get to know him a bit better for you guys. But nice work, Brickster and everyone else. Brickster, the Sith duo. Olivia did good as well. Olivia, if I could give bonus points, you were fastest on a lot of them. You know, if it was Cahoots, you might have even got more points just of how fast you were going. Props, but it was fun overall. Nice job, everyone. It's okay either way. But yeah, like I said, thanks again for Fairy Electra for sending in an email to have the idea. We would not have done this tonight without her sending that idea in. So make sure to send your suggestions or ideas you have for the show or just topics we want to cover to bismoshow@gmail.com. Like I said, big Revan video coming out tomorrow, 2 p.m. CST. Super excited for you guys to see that. Revan and Vader might make an appearance. Wait, yeah, and yeah, next week's show, same time, 8 p.m. CST, but we'll be joined by, I guess, Pen Patrol Star Wars. Anything else in the chat, guys? We're going to be wrapping up here shortly. It's been a fun stream, nice and productive, short but productive, hour-long show. But I had a ton of fun. I had a ton with the crowd tonight. A lot of fun with you guys in chat, making it interactive, a little bit more chat focused, but overall fun. I think it was a good one, guys. Good game, yeah. No problem, Olivia. That was fun. Heck yeah. Next wave of Star Wars YouTube helping each other out. Love to see it. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And I'll say that as many times as it takes. Great job, Christian. We did a lot better than I thought we would. Yeah, nice job. Yeah, Faye's the real one. You know, just reaching out is helpful, you know. I'm gonna be honest, you know. Even if you have some silly idea or whatever, just send it in. Send it in. bizmoshow@gmail.com. It really does help out the show and help me a lot, especially for more of these solo shows, which I don't have a problem doing. I love hanging out with you guys, but it certainly makes my job easier if you guys can help come up with topics or even questions you want to ask me. Like, for example, if you want to ask me more personal questions or YouTube questions, YouTube advice. And I'm also potential, you know, we have guests on the show, you know, for entire shows, but I'd be interested to potentially feature some smaller creators as well, or do like brief interviews or some kind of question time as well, potentially. So do feel free to reach out and we could potentially work something out. Very fun. Thanks, Stay on Target. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Will we do book 2? We will be doing book 2 and book 3 of the canon ones. That's what I have read, and I think that's what will be useful for the Ahsoka review, and it plans to do that for Rebels as well. Talking at Zoom class. Well, you came up with the idea, Ferry. Yeah, we'll do book 2 and 3. Book 2, a lot of fun, and yeah, thanks. Dan says, great show. Missed some of the trivia questions, but we'll watch back and learn. Yeah, there's so much to learn about Thrawn. That's the fun thing about Star Wars. There's so much to learn out there. Appreciate you being the quiz idea. Yeah, heck yeah. Shout out to Ferry Electra. Thanks again, Brickster. Nice. Congratulations on the win. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see you guys next week with Pen Patrol Star Wars. Thanks for everyone tuning in. I appreciate y'all that are watching the VOD if you made it this far. And yeah, big Revan video tomorrow, 2 p.m. CST, 3 Eastern. Yeah, I hope you're having a great day, everyone. And yeah, may the Force be with you. Peace out, everyone.
Rockin' and rollin', down to the beach I'm strolling. Everyone,
risking it all. Oh, have a good night, everyone.